Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about, the list of weather modification patents. This is an article on strangesounds.org. It was April 5th, 2022. They say climate change really looks more like weather warfare. And, they listed them here. I went out to Geoengineering Watch, which Dane Wigington right here, just he does this weekly news alert. It's intense. The man doesn't mince a word. He doesn't use an extra word. Every word is important. Most every word is a big word. It's scary. I can't even listen to it. I know what's going on, and I truly know the direness of a lot of things out there. But yeah, this man just puts it out there really straight. And this is it's considered to be the biggest geoengineering information site, I think, in the world. And right here, he's got patents. And when you come down here to the list of patents, this is the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The first one is July 16th, 1891, and it goes up to 2021. And there are 36 patents that talk about rain or clouds or fogs or mists or storm clouds. There are 17 patents that directly talk about you know, weather modification, process for controlling weather, or weather modification at the end towards, 2020, somewhere up there, smart intelligence for weather modification, something like that. And then there are four patents that talk about the ionosphere, which is the HAARP program, that whatever it is that they're doing with that HAARP program. But right here, 1913, right here, the first one was a method of producing rainfall in 1891. And then in 1913, a rainmaker, there's poisonous gas and warfare in here. In 1920, artificial clouds, fogs, or mists. I'm not going to go through all of these because I did in one video and it was 35 minutes long just to read all of the names of the patents. And then I tried to cut it down and I did to 24 minutes. But, we're just going to go over some of the important things, the ones that I talked about here, the rainmakers, the clouds, the weather modification in the ionosphere. But there's some interesting things in here, like poisonous gas and warfare, and a lot of attachments for airplane exhausts, for all of the chemtrail spray and the airline spray equipment, aerial discharge device. I should have, added up all these right here. A process for controlling weather in 1951. And we come down a little bit, and now in 1956, another process for controlling weather, a generation of electrical fields. Now that's interesting. 1959, 59 method for dispersing natural atmospheric fogs and clouds. Aerosol aerial insecticide dusting device. So, there's the crop dusters, which, maybe then became what's getting the chemtrails that are coming from planes. This was probably the start of it. Cloud seeding right here, 1960, silver iodide cloud seeding generator. Um, heated smoke producing device, ionized. So means of communication through a layer of ionized gases. 1967, more cloud seeding apparatus. 68, method for precipitating atmospheric water masses. Right here, 69, rainmaker. Fluidized particle dispenser. Yeah, I guess that could be a lot of things. That could be precipitation. It could be everything, that farmers use for crop dusting, or it could definitely be everything that's getting dispersed from planes. And yeah, that whole scary subject. 69, method and apparatus for cloud seeding. um, Method of producing precipitation from the atmosphere. Again, 69, artificial ion cloud. Oh, suppressing contrails. Control of atmospheric particles, method of cloud seeding right here in 1970. Um, Method of treating atmospheric conditions right here, 71. Weather modification. There was actually a lot in 71 right here. There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven patents for weather modification in 1971. Combustible compositions for generating aerosols, particularly suitable for cloud modification and weather control and aerolization process. So, yeah, that's a lot of what we're seeing today. So, we're 50 years later from 1971. Again, 71, weather modification. Yeah, right here, 72, comprising of oxide of silver for weather modification. Oh, in 73, a device for cleaning impurities from the atmosphere. Air pollution control method. There's a bunch of there's over 200 of these, so there's a bunch of things in here. But again, in 74, cloud seeding system, weather modification process. 74 was a pretty busy year too. Bunch of patents going out there. Again, 74, methods of generating ice nuclei smoke particles for weather modification. Um, Come down here again. Weather modification, 75. Method for fog dispersion. It's method and apparatus for triggering a substantial change in Earth characteristics and measuring Earth's changes. 77, combustible compositions for generating aerosols, particularly suitable for cloud modification and weather control and aerolization purposes. Right here in 77, nucleating agent for both warm and cold clouds. Yeah, method for controlling and or improving high latitude and other communications or radio wave surveillance systems by partial control of radio waves. Okay, 78, pyrotechnic, cloud seeding. Again, method and apparatus for production of seeding materials. So, a white cover sheet to material capable of reflecting ultraviolet rays. Then we have, there's a lot of things here. Aerosol spraying of liquids. Yeah, I should have counted those up too. Again, 84. Method and means for weather modification. I mean, they just point blank say weather modification. Method and apparatus for modification of climate conditions. Method of producing cumulus clouds. Oh, right here, 87. Scrolling up the page here, HAARP. Yeah, method and apparatus for altering a region in the Earth's atmosphere, ionosphere, and/or magnetosphere. I remember when the HAARP was started, the HAARP program was started. Um, I read something that they were going to manage the ionosphere. I'm pretty sure the ionosphere has been managing itself just fine for Earth's life now, so maybe we shouldn't be playing around with it. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just playing with fire. You don't. I mean, maybe some of it could be used for some good. That new city over there in Saudi Arabia, Nome. I did a video about it. They want to have an outside ski area in Saudi Arabia. You just, you know what? Sorry, guys. Just go skiing on the sand. Okay. You can actually ski on sand. I've seen people do it. Modify the equipment. That would be a better solution. But, um, but we just keep playing with Mother Nature. And Earth is the only livable planet that we know of. And I personally myself do not think that we should be playing with these levels of the atmosphere. I mean, maybe cloud seeding. Yeah, if you're in a drought, maybe you could cloud seed and get some precipitation. I don't know. Is it that bad? But are we doing it? I mean, the United States West is in what, a 1,200-year drought. The conditions are getting worse and worse by the day. And are any of these cloud seeding technologies helping anything out? So what are they being used for? I guess. But here's a method of suppressing formation of contrails. Um, there's a bunch of these too. Method and apparatus for the measurement of the size of particles entrained in a gas. There's a lot of things about particles in a gas. Here we have method, apparatus and method for the mixing and diffusion of warm and cold air for dissolving fog. Fog's going to happen. People just live with it. That's how but again, method and apparatus for the production of intense artificial fog. So here we're going to dissolve fog, and here we're going to produce intense fog. Okay. The creation of artificial ionization clouds above the earth. Seeding for the reduction of global warming. Um, this is crazy. Yeah. Oh, plasma configuration here. Another artificial ionosphere mirror comprised of a plasma layer which can be tilted. It doesn't really say what that would be used for. Method of suppressing formation of contrails and solution, therefore. 92, more cloud seeding. Millimeter wave screening cloud method. Yeah, just trying to, again, 94, cloud seeding. In 94, method and composition for precipitation of atmospheric water. Is that rain? I don't know. Um, these big terms here. Tropical cyclone disruption. Maybe they're using it. Again, 96, method and means for weather modification. So more about contrails and droplets and aerosols from aircraft. Well, this is measuring it. Method and apparatus for modification of supercooled fog. So we have supercooled fog, and then we have intense fog, and then dispersing of fog. Okay. Okay. So just trying to go through some of these pretty fast here. Again, 99, weather modification by artificial satellites. Okay, that's a solar-powered airplane in 2000, a method and apparatus for modifying supercooled clouds, 2000, method of modifying the weather, hurricane and tornado control device, 2001, method of modifying weather. Lots of that going on. 2003, method and device for cleaning the atmosphere. I like this one. 2005, weather modification by Royal rainmaking technology. So, Royal. Yeah, okay. Method and extraction for sequestering carbon dioxide. Method of removing aerosols from the atmosphere. We're putting them in, we're taking them out. It's a method for controlling hurricanes in 2008. 2009, how to tame hurricanes and typhoons with available technology. apparatus for extracting and sequestering carbon dioxide, atmospheric injection of reflective aerosol for mitigating global warming. No, we don't need to be doing ridiculous stuff like that. We just need to live responsibly. That is absolutely absurd. Yeah, reflective aerosol particles. That's genius. No, we should not be doing that. And then again here, apparatus and related weather methods for weather modification by electrical processes in the atmosphere. Methods of environmental modification with climate control materials and coverings. Apparatus to channel large air masses for climate modification, 2014. System for facilitating cloud formation and cloud precipitation. They just keep playing with nature here. It's right here in 2017, more cloud seeding and cloud formation. Oh, but this is smart seeding. So we're getting to smart technology here. That's smart seeding. Well, again, right here, 2021, intelligence systems for weather modification, 2021, planetary weather modification, as opposed to everything up here that was localized. Now, I don't know what exactly this means, but it pretty much sounds scary. Then we got a few more here, 2021, system and methods for rain cloud initiation, assisted methods for producing rain clouds, electrostatic system for weather modification. That was the last one issued November 18th, 2021. And right now, Strange Sounds is talking about the weather for next week. This was April 8th, 2022. And yeah, across, they're saying blizzard conditions in here. My weather forecast right in here, it's been changing from 5 to 10 inches to 4 to 6. And the last time I just looked, it was 9 to 15 with a potential couple hours of blizzard conditions. And, but they're saying that this very well could be, weather modification. Now, I know, when I lived in Colorado, like actually April is the second snowiest month. Yeah, that's March is the biggest snow month, um, but for this area of the country to be getting blizzard conditions that they're going to be getting in April. Now that's very unusual. And the thing is just with all of these systems out there, it, you cannot not ask if this is weather modification. Okay? It just leaves the door to you have to ask. If everything that, the press is talking about global warming and climate change, if it isn't really just weather modification. And of course, with me being the environmental educator, you know what? It's really irrelevant. It doesn't matter if there's global warming or not. We have one livable planet. And everything that's said to cause global warming causes so many other problems that we just have to live responsibly. We have one livable planet that we are conveniencing ourselves out of. And so it doesn't matter if it's global warming or not. We're eating a credit card's worth of plastic a week. That was headlines last week. There's always drought somewhere on this planet. There's always wildfire somewhere on this planet. We are not taking good care of it. And global warming, if it's real or not, should not be the basis of if people think that we need to respect the one livable planet that we know of. But as geoengineering, lets us know, this weather modification is real. This is their whole website. It is about weather modification, and all of these patents out here or there's over 200 of them that really make it so that you have to ask, is, crazy stuff that's happening, weather modification? We're never really going to know for sure, but we absolutely have to ask it. And it really could be weather warfare. So stay tuned, people.